The video I'm making now is my personal take on, I guess you could say, chocolate chip cookies, but when I make them, I go a little overboard. I put chocolate chips, I put butterscotch chips, sometimes I put peanut butter chips in. So we're going to start off. First thing we're going to do, we're going to go over, we're going to turn the oven on, 375. Got my cookie sheet. I got my cooling racks for the cookies all ready to go. I have flour. I have brown sugar, regular sugar, butter, eggs, baking soda, salt. I have vanilla, and I have pure vanilla. I want it so that it has a little bit of that stuff in the bottom. It makes it, to me, I think regular vanilla is a lot better than imitation vanilla. So first, and I also got my bowls. I got my bowl here for my garbage. I got my bowl for my dry stuff and my bowl for my wet stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get started. I'm going to get the flour. I put about 5 to 6 cups of flour, because when I do them, I want them so the cookies are not so sticky. You can roll them with your hand to put them on the pans to cook them. I'm also going to put 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking soda in that bowl, and mix it up a little bit so when I put it in the bowl, it'll mix it and make it so it's more mixed with the whole mixture, not getting all in one spot when you put it in with the wet ingredients. So I'm going to get going on doing those measurements. Here is the dry mix together. I've got the baking soda and the salt on top. Again, I sort of mix it in. A little hard to do when you're trying to video at the same time. But I mix it in just so it's all sort of even. Next, we're going to move on to the wet ingredients, as I call it. I use 4 sticks or 1 pound of butter. Now, you may see that a lot of people want pre-softened butter. Me, I go a little bit overboard. I put it in the microwave and I soften it myself. I also, while I'm doing this, you'll notice I have many different cups out. I'm very big about not cross-contaminating my ingredients, because yes, I'm just putting this stuff in there getting mixed up, but your brown sugar, your flour, your baking soda, your salts, you're not using them in the same recipes all the time, and you don't want to cross-contaminate and get something else in there. So I always use clean utensils whenever I change from one ingredient to the other. So next I'm going to be coming up, I'm going to be doing, for the brown sugar, I'll be doing 1.5 cups of brown sugar. I'll also be doing 1.5 cups of the granulated sugar. One of the things you're going to probably see as I close up my brown sugar, I'm going to put a couple of pieces of bread in the top. I learned that trick a long time ago from my grandmother. You put them in the top. It keeps your brown sugar from getting hard. If you do that, every time you open your container, your brown sugar will be soft. As you can see, my butter is melted. I'm real picky about that. I want to make sure there's no lumps in it, because there's nothing I hate worse is lumps of butter when you're trying to mix it. That's why I melt it all the way. I think it makes your cookies come out a little bit better. So there is 3/4 of a cup. So doing your math, 3/4 and 3/4 equals what? 3/4 and 3/4 equals 1.5 cups of brown sugar. And I switch cups. I got a 1/2 cup here. I put in a 1/2 cup. And then a full cup. Again, notice I did not cross-contaminate. And when I'm done, I throw them in my dishwater that I always have ready. and then I get to mixing. So I'll be back as soon as I get this mixed in, show you what it looks like when I'm done. The mixture is done. Sorry about that, almost made a mess. But that's just the butter and the brown sugar. Now I'm going to add in the 4 eggs and the 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I'll be back again. Okay, my eggs and my vanilla. I'm going to mix them in real good, and then once I get them mixed in real good, we'll start adding in the flour mixture. Now I'm going to slowly mix in the flour. I'm not going to show this too much because this, if I don't pay attention, I usually tend to shoot the flour all over the counter. And I really like to try to keep a clean work area. Okay, you can see it's almost mixed. When it's almost mixed, I add in the first bag of mystery chips. So then I'll add in 2 more bags of chips because I love lots of chips in my cookies. And then we'll show you what it looks like and get ready to start baking because I believe our oven is ready. Okay, there's the mix. I mixed it in as good as I could. Now, some people say I'm a little bit too obsessive about my cookies, but I always use parchment paper when I'm cooking my cookies. The other thing I do use, it's called an air bake pan. I just find they give a better cookie. You don't burn them, and because there's nothing worse than a burnt cookie. So I'm going to get to rolling them and getting them in the oven. I bake them for about 11.5 minutes, and then I let them cool, like I said, on my dry or cooling racks. As you can see, I got my dishwater already because I'm very picky about keeping my work area clean, and I wash my hands a lot. So let's get to baking. Here are the cookies on the sheet ready to go. Pulling them out of the mix. Put them in the oven for 11.5 minutes, and then I will cool them and show you when they're done. And hope you guys enjoy, because I'm planning on sending some home to all of you, and hopefully you'll go on to your classroom and tell me what you think. There you have it. The cookies are done. All I need to do is transfer them to the cooling rack so they can cool. So I hope you enjoy and have a great summer.